Working on this classic charger. And we found some corrosion. This was all full of filler. The customer said that he wanted these two spots flat, where these factory divots are, the welds. There's braces attached. And so I removed some old filler because I hate old filler and I hate seeing filler where there shouldn't be filler. And underneath that filler I found that not a whole lot of strength left in that steel anyhow. This was the same. It looked much like this side. Filled with Bondo. So we're gonna clean that all up. I've already removed the cage from this side. I've run it over the wire wheel, and we're gonna be putting this new face on it. We'll weld these up. Close this in here. And we'll use this to replace this steel here, where he can mount his hinges for the hood that will cover this bad boy's beautiful engine compartment once we're done. So under here, we're gonna have to we'll drill out these welds, and we want to remove this bracket. Pull this brace. We'll probably pull it right off of here as well. Clean it up, and then we can patch our top plate and put it all back together properly with nice clean steel, fresh welds. I think I'm going to end up pulling this brace off as well, cleaning that up. That way it'll be out of the way while I work on this, and something tells me that although it doesn't look as bad, we're going to get a whole lot more longevity out of it if we just do the job right now. Now with this brace removed, I'll be able to clean the whole thing up, but I'll be able to clean the ends up and patch this. I'll pull these two pieces apart and patch up this top piece. cleaned up most of the inside here where we're going to weld. I've marked out where our patch is going to go. And then once it was up there, I could go on the inside and mark where our access to the cage nut goes and where our welds will go to that cage nut, which we also have to rebuild with this face plate. Make this one and brand new again. We've made up and shaped the patch for our top section. It'll sit underneath, and that will give us a good strong surface to weld our brace and bracketry to. And then to move over to the other side, do it all over again. We've got our patches in on the driver's side. Ready to clean up these welds and our cage. We'll get that welded down in there. I've cleaned up the welds on this side. Mostly. I had a little touch up. So we'll prep this to put these brackets on. We're gonna spray some paint and undercoat, etch and undercoat where we won't be able to get after those braces are on. Then we're gonna go over this whole front end inch by inch. Find all these little things that we can clean up. I've gone over a few spots. Go over these engine mounts, clean up these stock welds. Lay a nice bead down on top of there. just about done on the front end of this charger. We have our brace supports and this bracketry all welded back into place. We've taken care of the corrosion that was built up between these 3 layers of steel. As per customer request, we've smoothed out the top of these, I guess you could call them towers. We've inspected a lot of the factory welds, gone over most of them, adding some strength and sealing some things up. Often these restorations, the engines are putting out a whole lot more power and the vehicles are put under different strains than they were necessarily designed for back in the 70s. So it's always a good idea to inspect that stuff, clean it up. We might have higher standards now than the mass production factories could keep up with back then. Paint and prep is going to continue on now that we have all this structure reinforced. Sanding away, getting everything ready for paint. Then I go back to the customer. He can install his engine and drivetrain, and it'll be back when we turn it green and dive into the bodywork on this charger.